everybody, it's Cayley. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, nice to meet you. My name is Cayley and I sell clothing on sites like eBay and Poshmark. Every week I come on and share what's sold from the previous week to give you a better idea of some things that are selling on these platforms that you might be able to find in your area and flip online for a profit. So if you are new to reselling, we are in the middle of what's called the summer slowdown. You'll hear a lot of other resellers refer to this time period as the summer slowdown. And what it basically is a short period of 2 to 3 months in the middle of summer where buyers are usually not on their phones, not on the computer shopping. They're usually out doing stuff, which also means that sales are down for most resellers. I think clothing resellers get hit the hardest. I think hard goods tend to be a little bit better during the summer. There are ways to combat the summer slowdown, and some people like to run sales or they switch to hard goods for the summer. I personally like to do the waited out method and just really focus this time on building a better store, getting listings in, and sourcing great inventory. That way when fall and winter comes, I am totally prepared and I can have outstanding sales months right after the summer slowdown to make up for the loss in sales. So right now sales are pretty down for me. Let's jump in and I will show you what sold.
Alright, so last week I sold a total of 33 items for a gross sales total. This would be before any fees or anything taken out, just the sales amount. $864.88. My average sale price was $26.21, and my total cost of goods for everything that sold was $132.11. On eBay, I sold a total of 16 items for a gross sales total of $423.88, and then on Poshmark, I sold 17 items for $441. So eBay and Poshmark are both neck and neck again, and I'm really happy that I did start cross-listing onto other platforms, and I think that that has also helped me during the summer slowdown. I didn't sell anything on any other platforms, so let's jump in. I'll show you some items that sold on eBay and Poshmark. The first one is a Pilcrow and the Letterpress, which is a brand by Anthropology, or sold at Anthropology. I think it can be sold other places too, but this one in particular was sold at Anthropology. This is a women's eyelet denim jacket. I was able to find the style name of this jacket and put it in the title. I really liked the peplum detail at the bottom. This did not take very long to sell considering we are in the middle of summer. It's 90 degrees and above in most places, and a denim jacket selling in summer is not likely, but it was cute enough, a good enough brand that it did sell. I had this listed for $49.99 and it did sell at full price, so I thought that was a great pickup. I don't pick up everything Anthropology. It has to have some really substantial details or be a really great style, which I thought this was. These are a pair of handmade vintage equestrian horse print pants, and I picked these up recently just because I've sold wacky things like this in the past. Things that are really unique always catch my eye, and I almost always pick them up if they are well made. These ones were well made, and based on the stitching inside, I could tell that they were homemade. These ones I listed at $49.99, and I, within a few hours, received an offer for $39.99, which I accepted. Another thing to note here was these also had a Western print and theme to them, and Western and cactus and equestrian stuff is really in right now, so keep your eye out for that. I picked this shirt up in an online reseller box of vintage clothing, mainly vintage t-shirts, and this one I just basically listed them all for $49.99 because I wasn't sure what to expect for them after I tried to do a little bit of research, and then I just accepted offers. So this one is a Marvel SpiderMan t-shirt. I don't think it's super old, but it was vintage. This one I had listed at $49.99 and I accepted an offer of $35. Another vintage piece, these are a Mickey Ink, which is I think a line off of Disney. I could tell that these were pretty old based on the tag, and I picked these up because they were high-waisted vintage denim shorts. They had some really unique button details here and had a little ticker embroidery here. Since Ticker is more of a, what I would consider a side character, he isn't the main character. Sometimes the side characters, they make less items of, which means they are more rare. So for all those reasons, I went ahead and picked these up, and I had them listed for $49.99 with best offers, and someone sent me an offer for $30, and I went ahead and accepted because I wanted to get them moved quickly. This is just a bread and butter brand, Tommy Bahama. I don't always pick up Tommy Bahama. I usually try to stick to something more unique or with a better pattern, but I picked this one up because it was textured and it was an interesting color, and I got it for relatively cheap. I had this listed for $22 and it did sell at full price. This is Pure Jill by JJill, and I pick up a lot of JJill, but I especially like the Pure Jill line because they tend to be made of really great materials. This one was just a nice cotton cardigan, but I picked this one up because of the space dye. It was a longer length and it had a little bit of a peplum detail at the back. Had this listed for $23.99 and it sold for $19.99. If you can get JJill for pretty cheap in a more modern style, for me it sells pretty well. This is a Harley Davidson plus size shirt. It just had a small graphic in the front, really great condition. I like the burgundy color. But the main reason I picked this up was because it was a modern style and a plus size, and I really love having trendy plus size pieces in my store and in my closet. Had this one listed for $29 and it sold on a best offer of $26.10 that I sent out to my watchers. Here's another what I consider a bread and butter piece. I picked up this American Eagle Bohemian crop top, and I listed pretty competitively priced because I wanted to get this moving, and I did that because it is a longer sleeve, and I think we're in the middle of summer and it's super hot, so I listed this for $19.99 and it went out very quickly on a best offer of $17.99. When I'm looking for American Eagle pieces, I'm looking for that bohemian style, and this just really hit the mark, and I knew it would flip quickly, and I got it really inexpensively. I wouldn't pick them up if you're paying, $5 or up, but if you can get this for $2 to $3, or if you can find cute bohemian American Eagle styles at the bins, it flips really quickly as long as you price competitively. Okay, and last item on eBay I want to show you were these women's Levi's high-rise cutoff jean shorts. I love picking up a lot of cutoff denim shorts when they're in decent brands for the summer. I find that they flip very, very quickly. These ones I priced a little higher than most of my denim jean shorts. I did $24.99 with buyer paying shipping because they were a really great condition. They were a decent style and they were a newer type of Levi's. They were also a button fly. So for all those reasons I picked them up and they sold really quickly at $24.99. Moving on over to Poshmark, I sold this Marvin Richards hooded down puffer jacket. Now Marvin Richards isn't a brand I come across often, and it's not a very popular brand. I think it retails for a lot, or it used to retail for a lot. Most of the pieces that I find are vintage, but I've had really good luck selling this brand in their longer length coats and jackets. I've sold camel hair coats by Marvin Richards that have done really well. I've sold some different wool pieces that have done really well. So because of my past experience, I tend to pick up this brand. I make sure to do my comps, but I find that there are people looking for this brand. So I picked this one up because it was a full-length hooded down puffer jacket. Now it wasn't in bad condition, but with all types of down, which if you don't know what down is, they're basically duck feathers. And this type of material tends to seep through the seams because it's kind of pokey. And I always make sure to mention in my listing that some feathers are starting to show, as is normal for down. And I make sure to put that in the listing if, as you can see here, there are a little bit poking out. And I find that if I put that in my listing as a disclaimer, I usually don't have any issues. This was in excellent condition, but some of the feathers were starting to poke out, like I said, as is normal for down. So this was by Marvin Richards, had down, which as we move into fall and winter, you'll probably see me start to pick up a bunch of down jackets, and I'll be talking about that material a lot. I love selling jackets and coats. I have the space for it here, and I really focus on fall and winter for that reason. Jackets and coats bring a higher profit, so if you can store them, it's worth knowing the really good brands and the types of materials that people are looking for. So this hit a lot of factors for me. Like I said, it was a longer length, it was by Marvin Richards, it was made up down, it was hooded, it was a puffer jacket, it was full zip. For all those reasons, and I put all those keywords in here, I picked up this brand. Now I actually listed this very, very high at $99 and was accepting offers because I didn't see anything like this online at the time that I was listing it. So I listed this for $99 and was accepting offers. I went back and forth with a buyer and we decided on $65, and I went ahead and let it go at that price because it's a great return on investment. I wasn't sure what I should get for it, and we are in the middle of summer, so I'm happy to start moving jackets now. But keep your eye out for all brands of longer length down jackets, and in particular, I think Marvin Richards has just done well for me in the past, but again, that's my experience. These are a pair of Zara floral patch embroidered, I called them split jeans because they split in the front here. I was drawn to these because of their unique details. They photographed really well, and I thought that they would flip quickly. They have been sitting for a few weeks, but I had a lot of interest on them. They ended up selling for $35. Zara is a great brand to pick up, but I do think you want to look for the more unique items. Another American Eagle piece. These are the more modern style women's high-rise jegging jeans. And these were size 2, so I actually expected them to sit for a little longer, but to my surprise they sold within a week, and I had them listed I think at $27 and they sold at full price, so I was happy with that. Usually I'm only selling these for between $20 and $25. This is a vintage soft hobo messenger bag. There was no branding inside, it was just a really nice vintage piece, and in particular I like picking up men's bags. I find that there aren't a lot of men's bags on Poshmark or eBay, so when I come across one that I think could fit a modern style and somebody would want today, I went ahead and picked it up. This was also made of good materials and had a lot of interest. You can see I had 24 likes here, and I did also have interest on other platforms. I think I had this one listed at $45 and it ended up selling for $35. This is another Harley Davidson top. This is actually a men's top, but I went ahead and cropped it, and you can see I disclosed it was originally a men's size medium, and I took a picture of the tag here. So the reason I did this, and I do this with a lot of shirts, when things are semi-rough or they have a little bit of distressing that they're not supposed to, or they're really worn in, I go ahead and crop it or distress it even further and turn it into a women's piece, and that's just the style that's going on now, and it tends to bring me more money. So if you're in that same situation, consider doing that with your t-shirts if they have quite a bit of wear. So I cropped this one. I didn't do any more distressing, I just cropped it, and it ended up selling for $25. This is an Ann Taylor Loft blue linen cotton cardigan. I definitely wouldn't pick up every single Loft cardigan that I find, but I like this one because it was, like I said, made out of cotton and linen, great materials, and it had that extra detail of chiffon here, which I thought would help to sell it. Really pretty color as well. This sold for $25. This is a Michael Kors leather buckle strap dress. Kind of the same thing with that last piece. I don't pick up everything by Michael Kors, but if it has enough significant factors going for it, I will pick it up. This one I thought was unique because it had the leather straps on the shoulders. This one ended up selling for $25. This one did take quite a long time to sell though, so I will mention that. These are a pair of Merrell Spirit Tibet high stage toggle boots, and that was the style name, which is on the inside of Merrell shoes. These were in pretty decent condition, and I had them listed I think for $30 and they went for $25. Again, kind of along the same lines of the Marvin Richards, I'm letting my colder weather items go now while we're in the summer to make room for new inventory, and I'm willing to accept lower offers because of that. In the fall and winter, these probably would have gone for $30 or $35, but I went ahead and let it go for $25. And last item were these pair of Fashion Nova high-waist cutout jeans. I actually have really good luck with Fashion Nova women's jeans in the larger sizes. This one was a 3X and it had that unique detail. I can usually sell them for about $25. Some people might not have that luck, but it's been successful for me. But again, I try to stick to things that are unique, and these were definitely unique. These sold for $25.
Alright guys, so that is it for what sold last week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how your sales are going. Do you only sell clothing during the summer? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.